country because he has so much businesses. What time does he have for his family? What time does he have for his child?
Now,
what
you do not know.
Should I say something? Should I conclude?
Is the fact that
Levigoski in 1965 said, he said that the single most important factor in the development of a child is the presence of an adult caregiver in that environment.
So not necessarily a parent.
So it could. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Can you see that?
So
Can
that
you see
means we
that?
still come back to the institutions.
To the institutions.
The institutions are working.
The teachers are not the institutions.
They are part of an institution.
No, we're talking
they are
about
part of an institution.
Kachi, no, Mr. Kachi, listen.
A child comes back by 4 o'clock.
Okay. Go with your analogy. All right.
The father is not home. The mother is not home. They're working 9 to 5 jobs.
Okay.
The child tries to put on the gas cooker. Okay. To make indomie for herself, an 8-year-old child. Something happens and a domestic accident happens.
Okay.
And sadly, the child loses his life.
Okay.
Who is to blame? The government?
No, nobody has said the government should be blamed.
Is that the government?
No, nobody
Who should
has
be protecting the child in that instance?
Nobody has said. Now, let me tell you,
the children to
the protection of the child in that particular situation is contextual. It is contextual. No, I think
the government that will push the child to the street.
Let us get it. Can I ask you a question?
It will be wrong for you to say.
No. Can I ask you a question? Can I ask you a question? Can I ask you a question?
Wrong for you to say.
Can I ask you a question? Can I ask you a question? Can I ask you a question?
Let me learn.
Can I ask you a question? Can I ask you a question?
Ask away.
Now we're talking about who will protect. Who should protect the child? Now you are looking at it from the context of the child in the home. But we must not limit our capacity to see that the protection of the child has to go beyond the home front. When the child goes to school, who should protect the child? Is it a parent or institutions that have been formed to do so? And Mr. Kachi, the child who goes to school, yes, answer that.
Answer that. Have you not seen instances of a 6-year-old child walking the road with a 4-year-old child in his hand trying to cross the expressway? Have you not seen such instances? Should a parent allow a minor cross an expressway? I was walking through Ikeja the other day. I was walking through the expressway the other day and I saw an
with me.
Because the parent is negligent.
Why don't we have a policeman? A police unit that is carved out. Why do we have a police unit or
a car to take the child to school?
No. Why didn't we have a police unit that is carved out to pick up those children? Why didn't we have a police unit that is carved out to get to the parents?
We might need to take a break at this point in time. We'll take a break and we'll come back. We'll continue. But just before we go on that break, let's see what some of the tweets that have come in here are saying. Austin Uwodia, I hope I get that right, says all over St. Climes, it is a duty of government to provide the enabling environment for the child to grow. J. Ubachuku says, sometimes I think the government should even distribute contraceptives to the average Nigerians. People procreate recklessly. Bomboy says, the responsibility of the parent is to train a child while the government is to protect the child. Well, we'll be back shortly. Please don't go away. Thank you so much for staying with us. We're still talking about who will protect the child. We've had some tweets that have come in, quite a number. A lot of people talking about the fact that the parents can do the training, the others, while the government provides the policy and the environments to take care and protect the child. But then some other people are saying government is not even providing that environment that the parents need to nurture the child. Well, back here, I have two gentlemen here, a psychologist and a human capital development expert. So let's begin. You had a question?
Yeah, like I was saying before the cameras came on. Now, most Nigerians, the problem with most Nigerians is that they see child protection only in terms of the physical dangers that the child could be faced with. No one is looking at the emotional traumas that result from emotional abuses, from child abuse. Now, my question is, how does the government, how would you say there is a government responsibility to protect the child from emotional and physical child abuse, emotional consequences that come from emotional abuse? Now, is it the government that is emotionally abusing these children? And how would the government know that the child is emotionally abused?
In answer to that question, Kachi must understand that it's not about government going into people's homes and protecting children. and protecting them from psychological and emotional abuse. What we are trying to establish is the fact that there is a role for every institution that have been created by government or by the effort of the world.
But do you know?
No, continue. You have to wait. I mean, I'm answering your question.
Okay.
You've got to understand that if these policies that have been created are being pursued and followed via, let's just enforce this thing that we have done, then we can have low incidences of parents even inflicting those psychological and emotional pains on their children in the house. So it is not just about it happens and government has to respond immediately. No, it's something that has a cause and an effect. So if we say now that if you verbally abuse your child at home, and that child can report that case to a trusted institution, and that institution follows up, the incidents of psychological and emotional abuse that you have said happens in the house would reduce. Because today I tell you that if a parent verbally or emotionally or psychologically abuses a child, the child keeps quiet. Do you know why? Because there is no institution that will fight for that child and punish the parent.
Now, I'll take you
Now, that's our culture.
Now, I'll take you up on that.
Okay, go on.
Developed countries where these institutions are in place.
Okay.
Are there not still incidences of child abuse?
Can you
Children
compare?
not still keeping
Can
quiet?
you compare?
Are children not
Can
still
you
still
compare
keeping
it?
quiet
Can you compare
about
it?
the problems of child abuse?
Now, let me tell you about
let me tell you why this is more complex.
Let me tell you about the-
Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why this is
Yeah,
more
go on.
complex. Let me tell you why this is more complex.
Yes.
Now, a child
Yeah.
being what he is